we passed a budget of 28.77 trillion, and the president presented a budget of 27.55 trillion, and that is what has transpired. And I want to thank my colleagues, at least for all of them, for rising the occasion and speaking to the truth, and that's what has transpired.
What about the asymmetrical distribution of constituency project funds?
That has been adequately done, because as we have said, there is no proof or any evidence to show that anything illegal was done to that budget. And we have the best of the best budget for 2024, and the budget has been a budget of renewal and to revamp our economy.
What is the average amount the senator votes for constituency projects?
For the constituency project, it's clear what is allocated to each of the senators, and that is what they got.
What was that?
That was, as I said, it's to the public. It's a public document.
I wanted you to say it.
No, it's a public document. You can also pick the budget and look at it. Are you with me? It's not something that is hidden. It's a public document. Appropriation Act is out there, and any information you so desire to have it, you can take it, buy it, or get it anywhere, and you have all the information you need to have.
So no 500 million.
No 500 million anywhere. No 500 million anywhere. I can say that. Thank you.
Go out to discuss borrowing with the IMF. They will query them because they will go going. And again, it's not encouraging to castigate President Abel Bola Tinubu by saying that he operates too much. This is one president that don't hurt anybody. He's a harmless person, and there's no point in using those derogatory. I'm sure we are one Senate. We will come back and and then of course we'll take another move. But at least it's very important to have discipline in the Senate, to have discipline in Nigeria. And the integrity of the federal government is very, very important. And that's why we can't do anything less than to say he has to go special.
How much allocation did your constituency get?
Nothing. I didn't get any 500 million. I've said that clearly at the floor. Nobody gave me 500 million. I'm not saying 500 million. And I'm not interested in 500 million because the budget has captured everything. The capital project is there, 8 trillion naira, which is almost the same thing as recurrent expenditure. Which I applaud the president. We must commend the president for a fantastic job. Because it's not every day you see capital project equal to the current expenditure. And we shouldn't be doing anything less. And that is why we came out very strong. That no, the integrity of Nigeria, integrity of international transactions, the central bank will go out to talk to other central banks across the world. And they will tell them they are operating two Senates. Even Senator Akpabio and myself, we are going to the Geneva Convention. We're going to be confronted with questions that you operate two legislation. And how do we answer that? We only have one appropriation act. And I think Senator Ningi too must have regretted his actions because they are just above the contemplation. They are beyond the dashboards of the engagement of credibility and honor.
Thank you, sir.
One of our own was found to have breached the rules of the Senate. And the senators deliberated on so many options of sanctions against the erring senator. I'm of the view that if you don't allow people to make mistakes and correct it, then there will not be invention in the Senate. And to me, if we had allowed Mr. Ningi have made a mistake, quite okay. We all accepted that what he has said was a mistake. The only reason why it was a mistake, not because he said there were two budgets, is because he has agreed with the Senate President that he will hand over the document and the Senate President will study them and then revert back with his own opinion. But having failed to wait for the Senate President, I think that is why personally I supported the action. Otherwise, for him to think of there are two budgets, everybody is supposed to come up with new ideas. We are supposed to investigate and find out if he's right, he's right. If he's wrong, he's wrong. There is no question about it. But unfortunately, some Senate took it personally that their integrity has been impeached upon, and somebody must have to pay for that. So in the spirit of give and take, we have agreed in the Senate that, okay, we will suspend him in view of the majority position. But if he shows any remorse, that write a letter officially to the Senate that he is sorry, the Senate will look at it and they will recall him back. If he does that tomorrow, he will be called back next week. I think that is the most important thing of the year. We are all in agreement that he should have waited for the Senate President to review the documents before he goes to the press. But having made that mistake, we have agreed that, okay, he can be suspended. But if he write officially to the Senate and apologize, that the Senate will record him back. Thank you. No, I don't think my right is breached at all. Because if we didn't allow people to scrutinize us, even when they are wrong, no new idea will come. You see, every company or every enterprise that develop allow people to fail so that they can learn from their mistake and make progress. If you shut down dissent and people are afraid to make contribution because they will be perceived one way or the other, then innovation will not come to the Senate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.